Hey, what's up, guys? It's Average MTG Player back at it again here for another video. Today we are going over more War of the Spark spoilers just came out. So here we have a few more. So off the bat here on what we have a few. So here we have Karin the Great. Let's say this is Karin the Great Creator. It says activated abilities of artifacts your opponent's control can't be activated. So sideboard. That's literally just a sideboard card. Probably maybe for modern, I don't know. Until your next, because artifacts I don't feel are that powerful in standard. Until your next turn, up to one target non-artifact creature becomes an artifact creature with power toughness equal to its converted mana cost. So it does basically Starfield next for one of your artifacts for a turn. And his -2, he has 5 loyalty, I believe. And yeah, I think this is the casting cost and this is his loyalty. So, and then it says -2. You may choose an artifact you own from outside the game or in exile and put it into your hand. Wow. So, sideboard, obviously. That's just cool. Very cool. And that's pretty cool. I feel like that. So, this is Gideon Blackblade. Up next, it's a legendary planeswalker, obviously. Apparently, he's mythic, though he only has 2 abilities. Yeah, he's a mythic. I think because he has like 2 things on him. Two statics. So that's why I think he's on the mythic slot. And now this thing's okay. So as long as your turn, Gideon is a 4/4 human. Is a 4/4 indestructible, and it's still a planeswalker. And prevent all damage that would be dealt to Gideon Blackblade during your turn. So it's not like if you play it, okay, 2 shocks. Strike shock. No. You have to wait to do that on their turn, so you're still gonna get an activation out of it. Then we have Gideon's Triumph. Oh wait, let me see. I don't. I release it's +1 up to 1 other target creature you control gains vigilance, lifelink, or indestructible. So you might like they can easily trade. Okay, indestructible. You need it as a blocker because you're gonna die. Okay, vigilance. You need it. You need to gain life. You're low. They have like no creatures, but they're an aggro deck. They're tapped out. Okay, yeah, lifelink on your big creature. Gain a lot of life. Pretty nice, and then it's -6. Just exile a non-land permanent. And going on to Gideon's theme, we have Gideon's Triumph. 2 instant speed. Target opponent sacrifices a creature that attacked or blocked this turn. A little bit Edict Defect-ish, but I mean, it's attacked or blocked. So. And it says if you control a Gideon Planeswalker, they sack 2 creatures. So, like, if you have a Gideon and then they attack with 2, okay, I'm gonna make you sacrifice both of them. That's just really powerful. I mean, it's okay. I still think regular Edict Effect or Diabolic Edict, I believe that one that just says sacrifices a creature, instant speed, and then the other ones are sorcery, but they have flashback. Yeah. I mean, I still think those are better. I mean, but situation, yeah, because they have to attack, because some creatures don't even want to attack, they just want to sit there and just do value stuff. Like, they're creatures that tap themselves for abilities. So it's okay. I mean, maybe we could see some play. I'm not sure. Yeah, nothing else. Okay. No. Next up, we have Rising Populace. It's a 3 mana 2/2 human. When another creature or planeswalker control dies, you could counter on the Rising Populace. So yeah, every time one of them die, you just essentially grow this thing. So it's like 4 void that's dying. People join. I guess, kind of. So next up is Teo. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Shield Mage. It's 3 for a 5 loyalty planeswalker. It says you have hexproof for its stack ability. You have hexproof. Pretty good social life, but doesn't do for your creatures though. And then also you can make a 0/3 defender. So very this is just a control card. You do that 2 times, you make 2 walls, and then you just have Teo make you hexproof, and then you just use your walls, defend. It's just a control card. And then Teo's Light Shield is 3 mana for 0/3, and when it enters the battlefield, put a counter on target creature you control, so you can make it a 1/4 wall, which is not bad. Next up, we have the Wanderer, another new planeswalker. Yet to see. I'm not sure about the backstory behind Teo, but we do know a little bit about the Wanderer. I mean, I'm not sure if they said anything about the Wanderer. If you haven't seen Tillerian Community Academy's video, he got both the Wanderer and the Wanderer Strike for preview. So it's quite like the Wanderer is different from other planeswalkers. Most planeswalkers, once they planeswalk, they have to wait until like the game, because like planeswalking, makes them use 11. With the Wanderer, we don't know their name yet. It's just they can keep planeswalking because apparently, like one thing they do is just say, like showing them the stat ability prevent non-combat damage that would be dealt to our permanent control. It can absorb damage. And like kind of like a face. If you haven't seen the Ant-Man the Wasp, that villain character, that girl that like got caught in an science experiment and like can phase, think of that character like the Wanderer. That's basically kind of how the Wanderer is. That's basically the Wanderer, and yeah, the Wanderer has to control herself because she can just, or well, him or her. I'm not sure if it's him or her, because I think I just called it a her because I was just talking about the Ant-Man the Wasp. So, because if they don't control themselves, then they can just randomly planeswalk. So it looks like it might be a bit of a different planeswalker and maybe got a different type of spark or got in a different way. So, yeah. And then, well, I talked about the static ability already. Fuck! And then she has 5 loyalty. I keep saying she because I'm not sure if it's him. I think it might be. And it's -2 to exile a creature with power 4 or greater. That's pretty cool. You get to destroy something. Nice. Okay, next up, Wanderer's Strike. 5 mana to exile a creature and then proliferate. That's pretty good for common. I mean, you just exile something, and then you get to proliferate. That's just nice. It's great. Except we have Augur of Bolas, which is 2 for 1/3. I believe already. This is a reprint. When into the battlefield, look at top 2 cards of your library. It's a sorcery. Oh, we already talked about that card. Yeah, this is just the promo version. Yeah, remember. So next up, Crush Descent. It says pay 4, counter target spell and as the controller's phase 2, and then you amass 2. And the further seconds. All I ask is complete obedience. Very small price. So it's a 2 more mana quench, except you also amass 2. Thing is, since it's at 4 mana, by that point, it's gonna be a little harder to, get something to counter, basically. Yeah. So next up, we have the Erratic Visionary. I actually don't like this card. It's one in blue for a 1/3, and you can pay one in blue to draw a card. Then pitch a card. Pretty dang. It's probably gonna be a good limited card. In blue, you'll probably play it because, yeah, just looting every turn, honestly, could just be really cool. I'm really. Except Naga Eternal. 3/2 for 3. Best card in the set. It's gonna see all the standard play. Everyone's gonna play it. Like, people are just gonna splash this card because it's just way too powerful. It's a 3-minute 3/2. Like, everyone's gonna play this card. It's gonna be a powerhouse unlimited. It's a common. Like, how can you make a common 3/2 for 3? Okay, yeah, let's just stop. Because this is just not. Okay, actually, Wizards, stop making bad cards, please. Stop making these, like, a few, like, 1 or 2 of these cards that are 2/2 or 2/3s, 3/2s. Like, stop. Like, at least Relentless Advance is a little bit more of an understandable, because sometimes you could just say put +3 on your creature, on your already an army. But still, I mean, Relentless Advance is still one of the worst Amos cards, but I'd say it's still better than a Naga Eternal. And then we have Teferi. I mean, can it at least be a 3/3? You could have at least made it a 3/3. Then, okay, yeah, it's a thing that breaks even. You'll play it if you need filler. But for 3/2, it just makes it so much worse. At least make it a 3/3, not that. And for blue, a 2/3 actually is better because you need the extra toughness because to stay alive. Next, the first time twist 2. Exile target permanent you control. Imagine if it was just the first time for instant. Take an extra turn. Imagine. No, they're not doing that. Exile target permanent you control. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end. If it enters the battlefield as a creature, enters with an additional counter. So you just get to flicker something. Yeah, that's probably going to be in a rune. It's probably going to be a rune card. It's just an extra counter is pretty good. And 2, I mean, I still kind of would say that the portal is better just because it's instant flicker. It's a first strike. But not bad. It's a first time twist. So next up we have Davriel. Everyone's saying he was going to be the mirror, but no, he's a mono black planeswalker. He's 3 loyalty for 3 mana. Okay. So at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 or fewer cards, Davriel deals 2 damage to them. So yeah, and then you can pay 1 loyalty to make them discard a card. Yeah, so you're just trying to. That's going in a discard deck, with the Fel Spectre, the Raider's Wake, and all the other discard cards. That's what's happening. Except Davriel's Shadow Fugue. 4 mana, sorcery speed, target player discards 2 cards and loses 2 life. Yeah, common. Yeah, obviously. Imagine, what would a common planeswalker look like? Let's think about what a common planeswalker would look like. Just be like one thing. It's just one thing. Probably what it would be. No, imagine it just had a static ability and just it just had a static ability. That's all it had. Yeah, they like print some common planeswalker, just static ability. That's all they got. And like 2 loyalty. Yeah, that's what a common planeswalker would look like. Then alright, yeah. So Davriel's Shadow Fugue is pretty good with his planeswalker card. Next, let's talk about Dreadhorde Invasion. I already talked about it, but I don't want to talk about it. It's not Bitter Blossom. No. People are comparing this card to Bitter Blossom. No. Amos is just Amos. I kind of like it. I like the concept, but it's just a mess. It's just a mess to me. Like, I don't get why they couldn't have made it to be like where you can like make army creatures, put counters. Sorry. Oh. Like they gonna like they're gonna oh my oh I'll be back, guys. Okay. Okay, I'm better. Alright, I'm better now. Sorry, okay. So, like, it's not bitter blossom. Like a mass, I keep saying a mass, it's a mass though. A mass you just they should have made it where you can spread them out. They can make if they made it so you can spread it out. Like if it said like you could like you can put plus one counter on an army you control, or you can create a new army creature and put a counter on it for each counter you made. And not even like, or you can like split. You can put some counters on here, some counters on here, and then make 4 turns. No, either create put counters on an army you control, or make that many army creature tokens you amassed and put a counter on. Not because I think that would be way better. Not as completely broken. If it was like that, I think that's a good balance in between, where you can either just make a board, or you can make a big thing. I still think that fits the flavor of a mass. Yeah, mass. God. Yeah. It's a big disappointment with a mass. Okay, let's just talk about before. Why did I do it 2 times? Nani? Okay, well, let's talk about Liliana and how, like, I'm gonna get right now why there's only 4 currently mythic planeswalkers. I hope there's a few more coming. Like 2 more. I think 2 would be good. Because we have Liliana, Gideon, the Buy Box Tezzeret, because I'm not sure if they're going to print a Tezzeret in the set, or just make a Tezzeret, or we'll need that Tezzeret outside the set. There's Nicol Bolas. If you haven't seen him. That's it. At least 1 or 2 more, because most of them are uncommons. You know what I mean? Yeah, get it, but still. Like, still kind of wish we just got all mythic. The entire mythic was just the planeswalkers. I mean, yeah, and they still did the thing where everyone get, so you always get a planeswalker, so you always get a mythic planeswalker. Wow. Yeah, but I see why. I mean, I'll say like maybe they can make some mythic and rare planeswalker, but to go to uncommon, wow, I can't believe they did that. I thought they were only going to go to rare, but to also go to uncommon. Alright, next let's talk about Kaya's Ghost Form. It's 1 mana. You can chain a creature or planeswalker you control. So most of the time you're not gonna play it on turn 1 because it's not gonna do anything. It says when a chain creature dies or is put into exile, return that card to the battlefield under your control. So essentially, it just allows you. Now there can be some synergy with like ETBs. You can use a sack outlet, sacrifice the creature, put it back, ETB. There's gonna be some tricky stuff you can play with Kaya's Ghost Form. And limited, you just protect your planeswalker. So that if they die, boop, you get to put it back. Next up, Liliana's Triumph. Now this is the effect. 2 mana, instant. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. That's a strict, better version of Edict effect. Violet. If you control Lily, your opponent planeswalker. Oh yeah, everyone else will discard a card. Yeah, I've seen this card already. It's insane. It's just insane. The commander, this is actually gonna be pretty good. 2 mana, clear a creature off their board, and if you have Liliana, make them discard. Like, you could be playing like Liliana Heretical Healer as your Planeswalker. Like, it doesn't even say each player. I'd say that'd be even more about. Well, then it could be even more powerful because you combine with this Liliana, you get to draw a card. Essentially, yeah, that draw card. Next up, is Burning Prophet. So Burning Prophet, it's a 2-mana 1/3, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets +1/+0, and then you scry, which is just nice. I like that. I do like that card. It's pretty good. Scrying every time. That's just gonna be. I think some of them might play it. Just every turn you get the scrying. No one cares about the +1. Unless you give it trample. It's like a crash through. Then no one cares. You just care about the scry. The scry is gonna be super powerful. It's just gonna be really powerful. And next up, you have Chandra Fire Artisan, and it says her stack abilities. Whenever one or more loyalty counters are removed from it, she deals damage to target creature, opponent, or planeswalker. I thought it was gonna be creature. It's +1 is to exile the top card of your library, and you can play it. So you have another Outpost Siege-esque effect. -7, exile the top 7 cards of your library. You may play them. So she has 4 loyalty at the bat. So rare planeswalker. Yeah, if you get it to the ult, that's just insane. You're probably gonna deal 7 damage. You're gonna deal 7 damage. Yeah. Thing is though, realistically, you're probably not getting to the ult. And if you do, you win the game. Essentially, that's what the cards just say. If you get to ult, you win the game. You could burn them 7, and then you essentially get a full grip, which is just insane. But I feel because you could just get attacked, it's kind of alright. She got 4 because it's just gonna be because the only way is just the ult. This is not really good. But the only thing is just they keep attacking her because they're going to keep attacking her to try to get off the ult. Means that like they might, but I mean that's gonna because they have to be wary of what creatures because if it's like a 2/2 attack, you can kill the 2/2. Actually, no, oh, no, you can't. Damn, why couldn't it have been opponent or creature or opponent or creature or planeswalker? I probably would say planeswalker just for the set. Like creature or because then you could just like be like, oh, if you attack with that, it's gone. But then that would actually be pretty powerful because then that would almost make people that would even want to attack Chandra, and then yeah. But then they have to think about it, it's like I can't really deal with that because if I'm like, but as with their life total and their creatures, I mean yeah, and also their planeswalkers, they have to be wary. Then Honor the God Pharaoh. So it's as an additional cost to cast it, discard a card, draw 2 cards. So right off the bat, looks like a 1 more mana Tormenting Voice, but you also get to amass 1. These, I mean, I still think decks are just gonna play for the cheaper cost. They don't care about a mess of playing a 1/1 or however big army. Next up, we have Samut Sprint. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains haste. Scry. That's pretty good. Pretty nice. Next up, we have Tybalt. Rakish. No, we already did Tybalt. Dumbfounded? Probably. Next up, it's Nissa. She's back. Nissa, who shakes the world. 3 and 5. A 4. A 5 loyalty Planeswalker. When you tap a forest for a mana, put an additional green in your mana pool. Nice. Next, play custom counters on target non-creature land you control. Untap that land. It becomes a 0/0 green elemental creature token with vigilance and ace. It's still a land. So you get a 3/3. So you can just start animating lands. And then again, I'm with land you control and start search for them for any number of forest cards and put them onto the battlefield tab. And shuffle your library. If you get her and you can keep a loyalty on her and then she doesn't die from that, you can just keep animating lands. They're indestructible. That's just so powerful. That's just insane. That's really insane. Alright, next up, Vivien, Champion of the Wilds. 3 mana for a 4 loyalty Planeswalker. You may cast creature spells as though they had fly. Okay. Until your next turn. Up to 1 target creature gains vigilance and reach. Okay, cool. And then look at the top 3 cards of your library. Exile 1 face down and put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. For as long as it's okay. Okay. For as long as it remains exiled, look at that card and you may cast it if it's a creature card. Okay. Next up, Vivien's Arkbow. 2 for a legendary artifact. You may pay X and tap it. Discard a card. Look at the top X cards of your library. You may put a creature card with a converted mana cost X or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in any random order. Not bad. This creature tutoring. Yeah, you pitch a card and you use the mana and the Vivien's Arkbow. But you might be able to get some pretty good stuff. You might, if you get like a Carnage Tyrant, then that's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good. Look up Vivien's Grizzly. 2 and 3 for a 2/3 Beast Spirit. You can pay for. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature or Planeswalker card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, put it on the bottom of your library. Okay. Just tutoring for Planeswalkers. That's cool. I mean, that's great. Next up, we have Angrath's Wrath. It's Rakdos for. You get 3 options. You can make them sacrifice an artifact, creature, or planeswalker. That's just so good. Okay, yeah, you have 1 planeswalker? Okay. You lose it. Okay. Oh, you have that artifact there? I was gonna blow that up. Well, you get to pick. And creatures. Oh, you have a few creatures. They're all pretty good. Okay, lose 1 of them. For 2 mana. That's pretty good. I mean, yeah, that's Sorcery Edict on it. But stack of Planeswalker is pretty good. Next up, you have Cruel Celebrant. 2 mana, Orzhov, 1/2. When Cruel Celebrant or another creature or Planeswalker you control dies, each one loses life and you gain life. So we have Aristocrats again. I mean, that's definitely going to Shadowborn. Apostles, because, yeah. Just playing Orzhov for that, yeah. That's probably going to Shadowborn. Apostles. Army Anarch of Bolas. 1 and 2 green. One and red green. So one thing rule. So his static ability is just creatures you control get +1/+0. Not too bad. And you can take them up. Get a red or green. Creature spells you cast this turn can't be countered. That's pretty good. And then -2, target creature you control fights another creature you don't control. I mean, that just seems pretty good. And really nice. Next up, Dovin's Veto. We've heard of this card, but now we can see what it does. It's Azorius for instant speed. This spell can't be countered. Counter non-creatures. So it's uncounterable in the gate, but you have to play an Azorius. I mean, I think that card's gonna go in a few decks. There, Azorius, modern. Makes more for decks in modern because there's some other stuff you can use to counter. But Dovin's Veto, most of the good control isn't Azorius, and if you're control mirror, Dovin's Veto, man. Dovin's Veto is just a good card because it just says no. My spell is going to count. It's going to get countered and you can't do anything. Not where you have that counter spell ward, just nope. Next up, the God Pharaoh himself, Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. Alright, so this card is just really insane. So first of all, it's 1 blue, double black, and red. So a static ability, he has all loyalty abilities of all other planeswalkers on the battlefield. Okay, super. This is a mega super friend card. Yeah, like you partner that with a Johnny. You just get infinite loyalty counters on all your stuff. Because Nicol Bolas puts a counter back on a Johnny because you can -2. Okay, alright, -2. Give another thing, and also Johnny also gets one now. That's just I mean, 5-color Super Friends decks are just if you're in a Super Friends 5-color deck, Chromat, you need to play Nicol Bolas Godfair, Dragon God. There's just no other way you can't. He's just so good. And then next up, I mean, it doesn't say static abilities, it only the loyalty. So not like he doesn't have like the static, but he has the loyalty. But still, there's a lot of stuff you can do with that. It's scary. It says +1, you draw a card. Each opponent exiles a card from their hand or a permanent they control. That's just really good. Next up, alright, let's see his loyalty. -3, the story target creature a planeswalker. Wow, and then -8. Each one that doesn't control a legendary creature planeswalker loses the game. So, yeah, you can just make people lose the game. Okay, Doubling Season. This. Alright, fix your mana. Turn 1 in Commander. Okay. Doubling Season. Go. Okay, Nicol Bolas. Nicol Bolas, I'm gonna negative and I'm gonna win the game. And I'm gonna win the game, Eric. That can just win. Okay, yeah. Nicol Bolas, insane. He's just insane. He's just actually insane. I don't know what to say about it. He's just really powerful. Next up, Niv Mizzet Reborn. There's an Uber Dragon. It's pretty interesting. So, Dragon Avatar. It says Niv Mizzet Reborn enters the battlefield with the top 10 cards of your library. For each color pair, choose a card that's exactly those colors from among them. Put the chosen cards in your hand and the rest in the bottom in any order. So, I'm not sure exactly how those cards work. I need to get some ruling for how Niv Mizzet works. I mean, that's probably just gonna honestly be a commander. He probably could be a commander. Except now, Storm Conduit. 2, and is it for a 4 loyalty rare planeswalker? Whenever you cast or copy an instant source, that's interesting. copy also, but maybe he also. Oh yeah, I think he has something that copies. It deals the damage to target opponent or planeswalker. He's +2 to scry too, which is just pretty good. Or you can just plus neg. Because also there's a -2, so you just plus neg. Then you cast your next instant sorcery, copy it, and you choose new targets for the copy. Bum 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 bum. Like, and also if you use a copy spell, that counts for 2. Because it counts for casting it and also copying a spell. That's just pretty good. There's Rolax, Epic's Hybrid. He's 2 double green and blue for a 4/5 Flample. And when he enters the battlefield, put 2 counters on another target creature you control. And when he dies, proliferate, then proliferate again. So he has. Okay. Yeah, he's mythic, obviously. Like, why wouldn't he be mythic? Of course. Like, that's just insane. Double proliferating. That's just insane. Double proliferating. And then you just get counters and Planeswalker. Yeah. You get put 2 more loyalty counters on every single other Planeswalker. Yeah, the set just looks nuts. And I think a lot of value is going to be in the set. Next up, Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord. So Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord, 2 an Orzhov. Still don't know how he got off the rock. Maybe they said it already, but we're not sure how he got off the rock yet. It says, well, he has 4 loyalty. As long as your turn, creatures and planeswalker you control have lifelink. Planeswalkers? Well, I guess you can combo with Gideon, and also I'm pretty sure he also has some things. Let's see. Sorin, when he deals the damage to our creature or player, and you gain a life. And his -X. Return target creature with convert mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield, and that creature is a vampire. Yeah, that's pretty good abilities. That's just pretty good. That's just insane though. Like, that just is so good. Especially that neg. You just get to pump something on the board. Next up, Teferi, Time Raveler. He is 1 and Azorius for a 4/4. Well, no, a 4 loyalty planeswalker. 4/4. Each opponent can cast spells at only time they can cast a sorcerer. So calling back to the OG Teferi, Mage of Zhalfir. His +1 is until your next turn. You may cast sorceries as though they had flash. Again, calling back to Teferi, that lets you play stuff at flash speed. So this is just calling back to the OG Teferi. Kind of like it. And then his -3. It's a return on target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand. Then you draw a card. So you just get to bounce a permanent. Any permanent that's not a planeswalker or a land, and you draw a card. That's just pretty good. You know what? I just realized something. I feel for Commander, probably Merciless Eviction's probably gonna go up. Just because that is one of the only ways to board my planeswalkers. And also our Devastation, because that does 20 damage and Star Devastation to every single thing, including planeswalkers. I feel those cards are going up, because those one, yeah, probably. Next up, Angriff. I'm pretty sure we did time life. Just in case. Target creature you control to its owner's hand. Destroy a creature. Yeah, keep one thing, blow them all. Yeah, just 1 extra for a return to your hand. I feel I might have, but I'm not sure. Angrath, Captain of Chaos. He It's an uncommon planeswalker for 5. And it says creatures you control have menace, and you can amass 2. So essentially, in 2 turns, you have a 4/4 menace boy, and yeah, that's pretty good, pretty decent. Next up, we have Kaya, Bane of the Dead. So it's 6 mana, 3 in hybrid or as a Orzhov. 7 loyalty. Damn, that's a lot of loyalty. Each opponent, your opponent, and permanents your opponents control with hexproof can be the targets of abilities you control. So Boggles 8, gotta love that. And that's probably just to hate on Boggles. It's just insane. I mean, it doesn't touch Shroud though. Like, think about a commander. Swift of Boots, okay. I'm gonna play Kaya, and I'm gonna kill it. Boom. And you have 6 mana to finally be able to kill their Hexproof. And sometimes there's Shroud, because there's Lightning Greaves, some other stuff. But still, Kaya does do a lot of good stuff. Because most of the time Hexproof is just... Because Hexproof is just way better than Shroud. Just play more often. Next up, Kiora, Behemoth Beckoner. 2 and Simic for 7 loyalty. Whoa, 7 loyalty. And just remember, creature of power 4 gonna enter the battlefield. Draw. So it's, I forgot what that card is called. Nissa something. So that's good. And maybe when untap target permanent. Merfolk's energy. And you can do it up to 7 times. Max. Yeah, again, unless they decide to do some damage to her. But at turn 3, on turn 3, you get her out. 7 loyalty. And then you might be able to even play a 1-drop after that. That's just great. So you can untap a land and then you can tap it. Or you can, like, let's say you play down turn 2, like, use it like a Land Warehouse. Okay, attack the Land Warehouse. Attack. That's just great. Or if you don't even want to untap anything, you can just wait until your next turn to we can get synergy going. Next up, Simut, Tyrant Smasher. So so she's cost Gruul, 2 hybrid Gruul, and 2 for 5 loyalty. Creatures you control have haste, and you can neg 1 her. Where creatures get +2/+1 and gain haste until end of turn, and you scry 1. Scrying 1 5 times for 4 mana, that's actually kind of pretty good. And also you get more damage in. That's essentially her card, isn't it? Yeah, that's just her card. I mean, it does kind of feel a little unreal, because like, okay, yeah, just put them both on the same, on different cards, but she is repeatable for 5 times up to. Oh, that's pretty good. Next up, we have Karn's Bastion. Yep. It's diamond. You can tap 4, tap it, proliferate. That's pretty good. That's it. Tezzeret. Just look at this boy. Affinity. Oh, I can't believe Affinity's back. Like, that's just insane. And Affinity's back. Let's see this other one just to make sure. Oh. They have more. They have some stuff. Okay. Here's Dam Breaker. Oh, okay. 6 mana for a 5/6. Common when enters the battlefield. Okay. Nothing else needs to be said. Moving on. Hmm. This is a new card, but. So on your turn, it has 4 strike. And you can pay 1 second or creature. It gets +2/+0. Not bad. Yeah, I could read it. En cuanto por use turno, en você desafía a tener invencibilidad. 1. Sacrificio otra criatura. Y você desafía recibe 2 y 2/0 até o final do turno. Yeah, I could speak Spanish, but that's a little. And I'm not good at reading it. I'm just good at. What's up? Anything new? Okay, that's it. Man, this is just insane. I really like this set. It's gonna be just nice. It just looks so good. I think the set's just great. Can't wait to go to the pre-release, play it, hopefully draft it. You know? Yeah, and when I get the code for it, for Arena, I'll definitely play that, whether it's sealed or traditional or whatever. Yeah, well that's it. Average MTG player, out.